Welcome to our first vlog, a day in the life, taking a look at one of our Saturdays. We like to start our weekends off by bringing Stella into bed for a few morning cuddles and some morning giggles with her. Stella's always very excited to see that Daddy's home on the weekends when she wakes up, so he gets to take over her morning routine while I run downstairs to make her breakfast. So while I feed Stella, I like to use this opportunity to introduce more language to her. So we're talking about what it is that she's eating, what flavors and textures she's experiencing. She's also very fascinated by a calendar we've got on the side there that has pictures of her, and also the fact that Daddy's in the background making breakfast for us. She also has her own spoon that I like to load up when she gives me the chance, so she's practicing feeding herself with a spoon that way. And sometimes she does like to throw it overboard, but I make sure not to pick it up so she learns that once it's fallen, it's not coming back until the next mealtime. At the end of eating, I do like to wipe the table so she knows that that is part of the process, and hopefully she'll be able to help me with that as she gets older. Daddy's over here making Korean rice cakes, tteokbokki, for us for breakfast. Usually on the weekends he likes to take the time to make a nice yummy breakfast for us. So Stella and I are actually relaxing, and she's playing with this balloon that she loves, and while she's doing that, I'm supervising and also setting up a pickup order for us for some groceries later in the day. Now after we've eaten, we do like to let Stella have some playtime. We do start out in her playroom, so she has access to all of her activities and toys there, but these days she's much more interested in exploring the house, which is completely fine with us. Her favorite these days has been the pantry. There's a lot going on in there and she's very fascinated with it. And sometimes she does get a little bit too rambunctious for her own good, so we reset back into the playroom to see if there's anything that can keep her occupied and interested here. Sometimes she does turn to some of the activities as she did here. Sometimes she'll just wander over into a different room. So a quick note here, while Daddy and Stella are engaging in their favorite activity, we do have that baby gate set up there. It was a trial run for a couple of weeks and we ended up having to return it because it was causing more trouble with Stella. I did need something to keep her in a safe space while I was pumping next to her, but in the end she ended up trying to pull herself up on the baby gate and it just became even a more dangerous endeavor for us. So that baby gate is now gone and she's very happy to have her full access to the entire house again. Before Stella goes down for her first nap, I give her vitamin D drops. Daddy's getting ready to go brush his teeth before we switch places. And we're doing a little bit of a dance. This used to be a massage and a little exercise routine that I did for her when she was a complete newborn. Now she's definitely outgrown it, but she still finds it absolutely hilarious, so it's just something that we like to do as a tradition. I like to give her a choice of which book we're going to be reading for nap time, and I read to her in Russian, and if Daddy's the one reading books, he is going to be reading them in Korean. So for lunch, I'm trying to introduce some more foods that are not quite pureed, so there's a lot more for her to be chewing on. And it's amazing how quickly she's progressed, because at this point she's definitely doing a lot more finger foods, a lot more table foods, and it's only been about a week and a half since we filmed this. For lunches, my husband and I do bulk prep something for us to be eating, so I'm just making a Russian soup for myself there, while Daddy and Stella go on yet another pantry adventure. So during the weekend, since Daddy is home, usually he'll be inside starting to make dinner before Stella wakes up from her nap. That way we're able to eat as soon as she's done. And on this day, he wanted to try his hand at making some air-fried coconut shrimp, which actually turned out a lot better than we expected. This is the last feed of the night. It's my favorite time with Stella because she does get very cozy and very cuddly, and after this we get to have some hugs as she falls asleep. So I hope you enjoyed getting a look into what we do to Montessori at home during a weekend. But obviously this is just a very small snapshot into what our days look like. Stella is not always obviously focused and concentrated on all the materials. She is still an infant, and she does have moments where she wants to be hugged, be held. But a Montessori home is just that. It's a home and it's a balance of both of those things. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I hope you stay safe.